Hi guys, welcome to week 21 of our West Boulevard project. So this is the 5 ensuite professional HMO. Not that much progress this week due to the heavy snow, obviously, but we've managed to get all the door furniture done. We've started on the kitchen, and I think both the tanks have been delivered. So we're going to do and some of the painting as well. So we're going to do a quick walk around again, and then I'll turn the camera around.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. So, as Tu said, we are going to just do a really quick run around today. We're trying to keep the updates flowing for you guys from this professional HMO. So, again, not much progress, but let's have a little walk around. So, we can walk into room one. Actually, one thing we can have a chat about too is we're getting to the point now where we are starting to have discussions, and we've had it in the back of our head for a little while about what we're going to do with outside the front and sort of that front drive area. So again, for us, while we're dealing with the main build, we have a couple of conversations, have a little think about what we're going to go and do at the front, but it's not going to be at the forefront of our mind because ultimately it comes towards the end of the project. So still having a little think about it. Any of you guys got any ideas? We sort of already know what we're going to do now, but any creative ideas, anything sort of clever that's going to help us out, maybe add a little bit of space or bin stores or how to configure it, please let us know. So have a look at that space.
I mean, off-road parking is in high demand right now.
Exactly. So we definitely know we're going to get a parking space out there, potentially try and squeeze a couple. It's going to be tight, but ultimately, one of the biggest things that we want for outside the front there is low maintenance. We don't want to have to send a gardener around every couple of weeks. We don't want to have to send, tradespeople to replace stones, etc. So we just want something that is functional, that's going to work, that requires minimal maintenance. So walk through into the house. So you guys would have seen from last week's video, we had our chippers in and they were starting to put up the doors and the door furniture. So what's happening sort of concurrently at the moment is we're starting to do the first coat of paint. The chippers are doing their bits. They're pretty much done most of their parts. And what we're also starting to do is get the bathroom furniture in as well. So you can see in here, we've got shower cubicle sort of already set. All we've got to do now is get in the basin and the WC. So take a walk with me. So it's really starting to take shape now, in terms of all the different rooms, and I think everybody can sort of see where we're at now. So let's walk into the middle room. So this is a middle room that has got our skylights. You would have seen, we had our guy last week actually painting in that area there. So still got quite a bit of work to do up here. Again, first coat of paint has gone in for most of the areas. You can see we've got a couple of water tanks here that are going to power our 5 en-suites. And then into here again, small shower area. Now we've had to shrink the size of our en-suites ever so slightly. You won't see it to the naked eye, you wouldn't know, but we've had to shrink it slightly just to ensure that we've got sufficient space in the rooms. Now our thinking always is that we prefer to have more room space and have a bit of a tighter en-suite if needed. Where possible, yes, a bigger en-suite and a bigger room. So let's walk into what is going to be the kitchen dining area. So you can see now we have actually got the kitchen units in place. So the majority of them are in place. So this is starting to give you an idea of how it's going to look and feel. So you can see where we're going to be running the units up to. You can see where we've got space for the boiler in there. Got a couple of units there that are going to be going on the wall. And in that area actually here, we're going to have a couple of fridge freezers. So to be fair, those are things that we've had to think about from day one, isn't it too? Is we always have to think about where we put in the fridge freezers, where the bin's going to go in the communal area. If you've got a 25-30 square meter kitchen diner, you don't have to worry too much. You're going to have plenty of space. But in here, where we knew we were going to be challenged with space, we had to think about where we're going to put these amenities from the start. So in that area is where the fridge freezers are going to go. Into the final room downstairs. So we're not going to go upstairs again today, but as you can see, we're starting to put the door furniture on. So we've got the key lock codes here. So reason why we don't use keys is because if a tenant misplaces their key, leaves it at work, if it breaks, if there's an issue with it, then it's it's an extra thing to do. It's extra part of management. You know, the HMO property manager is going to have to come out, or the landlord's going to have to come out, get a key cut, bring it to the tenant. There's potentially going to be charges there. You've got the tenant fee ban. So a load of things that can go wrong. So safe and secure. If a tenant leaves, get into it. We can change it if need be. So fully functional. This is what we use in all our HMOs. And we know a lot of other people use keys. It is down to preference, but this works for us. Again, small ensuite. You can pop in there too. Perfect. So just walk you out finally into the kitchen dining area. So this is gonna be the communal space. So it's not huge, as you can see. So again, we've had to think about this pretty much from day one. It's had a few tweaks, but I think we're sort of narrowing down on what we're gonna do now. Originally, we were thinking, it was one of the options to put a breakfast bar just in that area that two's in there. But again, we just don't think it's too functional. We don't think the tenants will get the best use out of it. So we're freestyling some other ideas. I don't want to say too much. I want to leave it for another week. But we think we know where we're going to put our furniture in this room. And other than that, we were just having a quick discussion about getting some trinkets, getting some things from IKEA that will maximise space and maximise storage. So other than that, nice quick update for this week. It is definitely coming along. I think we're still on for my end of February being ready schedule, so fingers crossed.
I'm actually really looking forward to getting these guys.
Getting this off, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it looks like
so
really good already.
Before we finish there, so you can see the light's kind of pouring in there, and it's actually snowing again today, so it's kind of glossed over slightly. So as Tu says, really we've only got two sources of light at the moment, there and there. Now, when we uncover these two skylights, it's going to flood it with light, so it's going to be a nice sort of, it is long and narrow, but it's going to be nicely lit. There's going to be plenty of natural light flooding into this room.
And I think it's definitely a good investment when it comes to that sort of stuff. Okay, hopefully that's been helpful. We'll see you guys next week.